Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Stalker Gamma, playing on Ironman mode, and there's been a few innovations between this episode and the last, as you can probably tell. First and foremost, we are in the Clear Sky base. Don't worry, there was a loner there, I took care of it. And, well, the biggest innovation is this. It might not look like it, but this is just a regular M4. Specifically, an M4A1. Now, I've put a scope on it, and I've put the underbarrel grenade launcher as well. And it has a grenade. Exactly one grenade, but it does have it. The one thing I'm not so sure about, right, is where do I aim? I think it's at the 1, right? 1 would be like for 100 meters, 2 would be for 200 meters, obviously. But generally speaking, from like here to there, you know, and over there, I don't think I need to aim under. Right? Well, we'll figure that out, I suppose, when the time comes. But this is my new weapon, and as you can see, I have tons of ammo for it because 5.56 is pretty readily available to the mercenaries. Both, you know, you can also buy it, and then I also had some lying around, and etc., etc. You get the point. Also, I did a few things off camera. Another innovation, which I think I can show you if I can remember what the button for it is. Is it this one? Yeah, there you go. This is the other innovation. It's a knife. It's a beautiful knife. And it is one of the 2 best knives in the game. This is the OTS-4 Combat Knife, a tactical military knife designed for durability and effectiveness in hand-to-hand combat. Featuring a sharp reinforced blade, it is both for utility and close-quarter engagements. The best part is that the mutant pelt quality you get from it is 75 to 98%. It cannot be worse than that. The damage it does is not really all that important to me, but the pelt stuff is extremely useful, as we will see later down the line. Now, aside from the gear upgrades, I did a few things off camera, and I did them off camera knowing that they're probably going to be extremely boring. One, obviously, was the upgrading and acquiring of all this, which cost a fair bit of money. But then I also went back to Yantar for a run to grab some of the stashes that were there. And in the, you know, in the whole run, I killed, I think, 1 mutant or something like that. It was very boring. And then, after that, I ran towards the army warehouses, knowing again that there's not much of interest there because I can't actually go to the Freedom base, and so that I'm sort of stuck in the little tiny area that the mercenaries control. But I did manage to get a couple of stashes from there as well, and I picked up a few interesting weapons, all broken, but, you know, at some point in the future I could invest something into fixing them, should I so desire, and I realized that there's no more tasks in the area for me, and that I can choose between going back to... Oh, this is interesting, between going back to this place over here with the bandits, or I could go back and try and get my revenge on the military. Guess what I decided on doing? Obviously, we're here to get some vengeance. That army outpost that I've been tasked with clearing has been giving me trouble since I first laid eyes on it, right? I think I lost one of my lives to it, and then on top of that, it's just been a nightmare to fight every time. Well, no more. I say that like I intend on, you know, storming the place, killing everyone, and not taking a single hit of damage. It's probably still going to be very difficult to clear the place out, but it's going to be a lot more possible as well. That's not a switchblade. Wish it sold for a little bit more. I think it sells for, like, pittance. Although I might change that a little bit, because I feel like the stuff I'm selling isn't really worth anything, even if it's, like, full condition, and the prices at which I'm buying it are a bit out there, sort of. And yeah, I know it's part of the difficulty, but at this point it's part of the grind rather than the difficulty, and I'm not a huge fan of grinding the same thing over and over again. I think this makes this game a little bit boring. when you have to, do the same task over and over and over and over again. Much prefer some, how do I put it, some diversity, but not just diversity, also... Excuse you, sir? Excuse you! Running up to me like that. Notice a little damage we've taken, huh? Yeah, that's not gonna last. There are things that will literally tear us a new one. I'm under no illusion about that, but on the other hand, what the hell's going on over there? Is it just mutants and bandits? Yeah, it's just mutants and bandits. Okay, one more thing. Renegades. Okay. Well, listen, I have a fair bit of 338 Lapua Magnum. Is that a renegade too? No, that's bandit. Okay. Test the weapon out. Yeah, shots to the chest don't really one-shot enemies as much as I thought they would. And I thought they really, really would. Somewhat unfortunate, I would say, because I was really having high hopes of 338. It's the biggest round in the game. There is no 50 BMG. No. Technically there is. There is 12.7, which is basically the same thing. So there is technically a bigger round. It's just that it, all the weapons that you can get for said bigger round are a little bit limited, and yeah, overall, I think in their stats as well, 338 is a bit better. But I'll pay more attention to that in the future, I suppose. Why do I need to hold left control all of a sudden to disassemble this? I didn't need to do that until this morning. Fine, whatever. So it's how do I put this? Like, it's a good sniper rifle. It's a very good sniper rifle. I just wish that, given how expensive it is and given the ammo and everything, I don't actually have to aim for headshots actively all the time. But I suppose that's a little bit much. I mean, against well-armored targets, sure, like, you know, headshots are a must, and yeah, whatever. But against guys like this, like those bandits, I kind of hope that it wouldn't be the case, almost. There's a couple of R98s here. Like, that's... I mean, they're broken and not very useful, but that was the stash. Really, that was the all-important stash that you gave me. Well, but I appreciate the drug-making kit as well. Matter of fact, I appreciate it probably a fair bit, because there's a number of medics that I can sell it to. Yeah, okay. Where to next? There was this, right? Capture the documents. We shall do precisely that. How's my armor looking at 94%? I could fix it. I do have the means to do so, but we'll do that later if it takes a little bit more damage. Fixing the sniper rifle was fairly simple. to be honest with you. Once I've learned that not all the parts that you need to replace have to be replaced with a Type D repair kit or a Type C repair kit, they can, you know. It can be a smaller or a lower.
Drop that motherfucker!
I, honest to God, did not hear him until he stomped like right behind me, but like I said, I should probably play this game with the headset on instead of how I'm playing it now. Just to make things a little bit easier on me, but nah. It's kind of a pain to set up, honestly, every single time you want to record, and unfortunately, I have to like shut the game down and then do it again, and yeah, so on and so forth. Yeah. Oh well. Anyways. 4 mutants, I have this. It's a pistol. It's a pistol chambered in the 357 Magnum. And it's a glorious weapon, let me tell you. Did it run off? I think there was like a dog or something that triggered one of the anomalies and is probably doing the same right now. Oh well. Let's go over here in the clearing and if there's anything approaching, we'll see it coming. There is just one problem. So, like, I have the short range option, which is the M4. Well, medium range option, really. I have the long range option, which is incredibly powerful and awesome. What I'm lacking is an option to deal with... I completely missed the thing. What I'm lacking for is an option to deal with really tough mutants, a la giants, chimeras, stuff like that. And it's a big deal, because you can get jumped by a chimera anywhere, basically, at this point, and good luck. 357 Magnum isn't going to be your best friend in that case, in that scenario. And so I am a little bit hesitant that something like that will happen. But I'm also thinking, like, what else can I do? I can grab a shotgun instead of the sniper rifle, but that would limit one of my options, right? Would limit my long-range problems, and I think thus far, I mean... Okay, mutants have been a problem, and they are an annoying problem, no doubt about it, but at the same time, I get the feeling that the more annoying issue and the more persistent issue that I've been having recently have been other stalkers with guns. That's sort of been the problem, and oh, that's really interesting. The army bay, or the army outpost that I need to clear out is just sort of really a microcosm of all my problems, yeah? In that I often lack ammunition, I lack explosives, I lack range, I lack good enough armor to be able to take care of those problems, and now I feel like I've answered most of those issues, right? Gotta love it when they sneak up on them. Really thought the first headshot will do, but not sure if I missed it or Something else is the problem. I don't have to... I don't have 2 kill markers on my thing, so... He's definitely alive. Could be wounded, could be bleeding. But he is alive. Oh. Turns out I did get him. It just, not quite fully, shall we say. Alright. But there you go, like, this is the sort of engagements we have against lower tier enemies, shall I say, or, less powerful enemies. Sort of engagements that were a problem back in the day, where if I would get hit, it would be a big deal, right? It would be a really big deal. Now it's just, well, it's just a little bit expensive to fix the armor, but other than that, it's really not a problem. And I like that. I like that a lot, and I think that should stay as a feature. That I do not, and that I do not have any problems getting shot at anymore. At least by, you know, weaker enemies. The trade-off, as I said, chimeras, giants. Even stuff like this.
We're coming! Do you understand me?
Is a problem. I also got told by someone to never shoot these guys in the head. And it runs counter to pretty much everything I know about video games, where the head is the softest spot and where you know, you have to shoot it in the head. You shoot everything in the head. But it turns out that for boars specifically, the head is their toughest spot. And there's the sort of different side of me then went, well, hold on, you've gone hunting, you know how that works, right? You never shoot the animal in the head, do you? Like, despite your video game knowledge, you go for the others. Well, I mean, it's, we'll get to it, right? But basically, depends on the animal, depends on the angle, depends on like a load of different stuff, but you never really go for headshots, ever. That's not what you shoot. And so, like, when you see a boar, go into sort of that mode of thinking, and that's what I intend on doing, essentially. And you saw it there, like, the first one I shot in the head 5-6 times before he went down. These guys, 2 or 3 shots, and they've had enough, so, yeah. Pretty good, I would say. Okay. I want to get rid of the dogs. Stop jumping around so goddamn much.
Take this, you motherfuckers! Look at this goddamn
Calm down, you
pussy.
just shot a couple of... Fuck. Oh no. Okay, I genuinely don't know where the closest place to take shelter is. It's that way, okay. Oh, shoot. Didn't show you the final addition to what I've been doing. Got a new set of night vision. Oh god. Oh god. Am I gonna make it on time? I am totally gonna make it in the nick of time. You did not see that. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. Literally like seconds before, maybe even half a second before my brain got zapped. It's indicated in the lower thing. Unfortunately, it's not a linear progression, but yeah, it shows you. Oh, for Christ's sake. There we go. Storm's over. I think I can walk out now.
Look at this goddamn pussy!
Or not. Because there is a group of people that have also taken shelter here. And have, Hashima put it, found two of their dead friends and figured, oh. Question is it a group of people or is it one guy? Because I'm not 100% sure. Was a group of people. I mean, quite the place he picked to hide, right? Let's be honest. He picked quite the place to hide from me. Alright. Tell you what. Reload. Well, love the animations on, like, everything so much. Back in Dead City, I did upgrade to level 2 night vision. I sort of skipped over the level 1 one. Well, skipped over, I just upgraded from the headlamp to level 1 to level 2. Because the level 1 night vision is generally not that great. To be completely, brutally honest and fair with you, level 2 night vision isn't the best. I'm not insane, I did just shoot something. Yeah, no, I definitely just shot something. And I got the tracking device for it. What? The tracking device is... Okay, fine, you know what, never mind. Forget about it, fine. The tracking device is with us. That's good, that's important. Why is the quest not updated if that's, though, in the PDA? But no, let's not think about it too much. Just really quickly mark the location of the army base. I keep calling it a base. It's a base in my mind because God freaking damn it, you know, like, I've been trying to storm the thing several times now, mostly unsuccessfully every single time, so, yeah. It's kind of a base in my head, but in reality it's just a small outpost. Problem is they got a sniper rifle up there. Rather, the problem is they have a really good sniper rifle out there, probably an anti-material rifle of some description. I was just about to say I'm going to wait here a while until the weather clears, and as if... or rather, as on demand, basically, right? It cleared up, except not really. We got the worst weather possible for these sorts of operations. I got cloudy weather and a sort of mist in the distance. Yeah, here's the problem. Enemies can see through the mist. I can't. We're gonna say that all of the soldiers in place that I'm trying to clear out have thermals. They don't. You can see that they don't. However, we're going to just assume that and work from there. Part of me wants to do this a sort of patient and almost cowardly way.
I'm gonna kill each and every last one of you motherfuckers!
No, I'm definitely getting shot at by a zombie through the bushes. That's, Oh, it's still getting shot at. Lovely. That's exactly what I needed. I mean, to get shot at through the bushes that I can't see. That's... truly... the pinnacle of all my desires right now. Hey, look. Okay? Just look. That is... this is why I hate the Great Swamps, because they just lock onto your head and will just shoot you. Doesn't matter how many trees, bushes, or whatever you go through. You are getting shot at. Okay. Enemies down. Now I gotta be sneaky. Because killing these guys was fine. He says sprinting forward, but I gotta be sneaky from around here. Because killing these guys was fine. I need to... oh, this might be one of the... nah, with that kind of gun, definitely not. I was gonna say, like, it might be one of the guards. Didn't make it in time on the... didn't make it to shelter in time from the storm, but, yeah, like I said, not with that kind of weapon. I mean, don't put it past the military to arm one of their sentries with a double-barrel shotgun and just tell him, figure it out. But, yeah. Okay. I'll take a free artifact. That's, no problem. In fact, is it any good? I'm gonna drop this. Is the artifact any good? It's a meat chunk at 29%. Not bad, but it is a... I mean, it's worse than what I have, but I can combine the two later to make a slightly more powerful meat chunk artifact. I'm not sure if I had the same artifact last time, so I might as well invest a little bit of time into explaining that. I have an interesting little combo going, right? So, Psi Sucker Skin controls bleeding and gives you Psi resistance, and a ton of Psi resistance as well, which I realized is incredibly important. And this combined with side block will get me very, very far, and I'll showcase that at some point when the time is right, when the circumstances allow for it. The soul artifact reduces my stamina recovery, but like nobody cares about that, not really. Gives me a good amount of health restoration and radiation resistance, a tiny bit. Great artifact. Would never upgrade it to tier 2 though, so I'll just stick to this. And then I have the meat chunk, which reduces my bleeding control, but in combination with the Psysucker skin, which, you know, helps with the bleeding control quite a bit, this is negated, and then I get chemical resistance and ballistic resistance. Now, the chemical resistance, so-and-so. The ballistic resistance is what I really like, because, as you can see, improved Kevlar plates and meat chunk basically do the same thing percentage-wise. So it's almost like carrying 2 plates. And you're going to see, probably right now when we start shooting at the military, that despite all of this, the army is still going to just go through all my armor like butter, but, you know, we will see. We will see. I did get 2 lives because it took... I forgot, you know what? Assemble it. Drop this. I do have 2 lives, so... A quick save here, and in case we fail, well, I'll see whether I'm going to try again or not, but... That will, not entirely depend on me. I'm afraid they're going to come out of there, go in the water, and come up here. That's what I'm afraid of. Hello? One of your friends just got blown to smithereens with an extremely powerful cartridge. Is there going to be no reaction from the army? I understand I'm doing this at somewhat silly of a range with magnification that boggles the mind, but I think there's a machine gun up there. They're going for the machine gun. Although the complete lack of any and all shots in my direction, or anywhere really, gives me reason for pause. Like I said, the one thing I was afraid of is them approaching through here, using foliage as cover and just outflanking me, and, well, that would be a big problem, but that's 2 dead for free, and this time I'm not leaving, so they don't get reinforcements. One of the bushes here was a soldier approaching me. Just paranoid as all hell, what can I say? Okay. I brought special ammunition for them as well. 3 magazines of armor piercing. Careful, days like this are perfect for snipers. With the fog? Really? I wouldn't say so as a sniper, but I'm more of an assault rifle kind of guy, IRL and in-game, so wouldn't really know. Okay. You know what? That's fine, they don't have to move. There is a chance that they realise that they're being engaged by a sniper rifle that outclasses whatever they have. Or at least that's how they perceive it. And seeing your comrade fly, 5 feet into the air after getting shot will give you that impression. And so what I'm thinking is I relocate. Similar to before, similar locations as well, except this time with proper protection and more reach. So I don't have to wait for them to approach me, I can hit them. And in fact, considering this is a little bit uphill, do you reckon I can find someone like this? On a clear day, definitely. With fog like this, maybe not. I'm not against the idea of waiting a little bit. Like 10 minutes or so. See if the fog clears up a tiny bit. Because if it does, it'll give me a few free shots. Last time I was here, I remember we saw like 3 or 4 guys patrolling the outside area. Now, after the Psy Storm, they're probably going to be inside for a while longer. But eventually one of them is going to peek, and I think that's the machine gun stand. And I really don't see anyone. They could be, I'll show you on the PDA, they could be in the other half of the base over here. Oh, the kill tracker is so useful because I know I killed 2 for a fact now. They could be in the sort of back end of the base. And that's also fine, I can just go around. But tell you what, I'm going to wait for like 5 minutes. Any of them comes out, shoot them. If they don't, I'm going to go around to the village on the left, clear out the village, and approach from that angle, sort of down the road, which is over there. But I need to clear out the village first, because in case I need to retreat, I don't want to run towards more enemies. And lo and behold, a little bit of patience goes a long way. Took, I think it literally took like a minute. But, yeah. Here we go. Not that I can see anyone. They might really be on the other side of the base, which is really unfortunate for me. Because, love to take a few shots from over here. It would be justice is what it would be. All the traumatic experiences of the past of getting shot with anti-material rounds, probably. Or what felt like it, anyway. Yeah. Oh well. Plan B. We clean the village. Ah! Well, I'm glad that didn't happen when I shot at the military, because, where the F did those bullets go? I might need to upgrade this gun with accuracy and... handling and such nonsense. In order to get some proper performance out of it, because, gonna be honest with you, find it a touch incredible that all of those shots missed. I mean, that both of those shots missed. Feels like just a touch too not my fault, you know? Check the PDA. Not worth much. I would rather... I'm not going to disassemble it. I'm going to sell it to someone, probably. Kind of in a desperate need for money, and... well... components like the resistors and whatever that are in it aren't that worth it. Although... or I forget... I heard something. I'm going to turn up the volume by a good chunk, and I apologize if it bleeds through and you hear double, but... fairly certain I heard like either like a boar or a mutant or something running. Could be wrong. Kind of what it sounded like. That's what I wanted to do, unpack the batteries before I do anything else. Okay, never mind, I suppose. I guess I was imagining things, and we're just going to move on out of here. I want to go this way, I think. Oh, did I use the... I used the ammunition I had intended for the military on the poor little bandit. Not my intention, but what are you gonna do? I mean... okay. This is a good... that is not what I want to do. Genuinely isn't. Okay, what I wanted to do was this. This is genuinely probably the best spot to snipe the army base outpost thing, and I'm not seeing anyone again. Trouble is, last time I saw people, there were like 6 or 7 at the very least. Now, I need to get so close to the bloody outpost that it's ridiculous. But maybe there's an advantage in doing this as well. Just not an advantage that I can see. Currently, unfortunately. Yeah, there's the machine gun. I told you the machine gun's real. Totally wasn't questioning my own sanity that there is a machine gun up there. And that's what they're so obsessed over. Okay. Guess what? I'm gonna give up more on crap. Okay. I still don't see them. That's a slight issue. I got a horrible itch, I'm sorry. Okay. It's very important that we remove the itch, because otherwise it could lead to my own demise. And I don't want to have to explain how I died to a bunch of soldiers, because I had an itch. So there's nobody in here either. That narrows down where they could be significantly. And that helps me with what I have to do in my decision making, because they're in there. That's where they are. And I think... never mind. Well, there's like an exit over here. There isn't, but there is an exit there. It's got to be really sneaky, really careful. Okay, I'm going to sound like an idiot, but... Capture the machine yard. Okay, yeah, it's same as all the other tasks. Same as all the other tasks. Except this one can't seem to do, because I can't find the soldiers, which have been giving me so much trouble in the past that it's not even funny. But now... looks as though they're gone. Oh, I have an idea what might have happened. And if so... I'm gonna look incredibly smart. No, don't see him. Nope. Don't see them what I was thinking was maybe one or two of them left towards me, you know what I mean? Like, heard where the sniper shot came from, went in that direction. But I guess not. I can always check here and then... see if that stirred someone up. Did just take a shot again. It didn't, like, bug out, did it? Because I'm really hoping that's not the case. Okay, one more place to check. Behind the machine yard. Really? I mean, guys, it's secure, I've captured it. What more do you want me to say? It can't be because I shot the guy from so far away, right? Like, it can't be that my new favorite sniper rifle causes game-breaking bugs. Please don't tell me that's the case. Because, yeah. Be a bit dumb if it did. Let me try one more thing. The tried and tested method of quick save, quick load. Nope. Did not change squat. I mean, always come back later. There is one more task we need to do. And it's in an anomalous field somewhere to the south where I need to retrieve, what is it? Contact. Uh-huh. Quick save and quick load helped. Apparently. I'm a goner, I'm just not aware of it, is what he says. Oh. Please don't tell me he's like underneath the ground or something. Because that would seriously suck. Not what I wanted you to scale. Is he actively trying to hide from me and avoid me? Because it's kind of what it feels like. It's going to be one of the longest episodes in the history of this channel. Well, probably not, but it's going to be one of the longer episodes in the history of this channel, and yet... I feel it may end somewhat anticlimactically. I mean, a quick save here, and at this point I'm willing to sacrifice a life to solve the bug. So... I love the bullet cases falling on the roof. I really love that little detail. That is not what I meant to do at all. Christ's sake. But you heard someone say, "Ти покойник понял," right? And I don't think it was the loner, because the loner sort of forgot about it very quickly. Although he could have said it to the cat, I guess, that ran the opposite direction of where he was, and he just sort of figured cat's gone, never mind. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back here later. I mean, there's no other explanation. I guess the soldiers may be gone, like the rest of them at least. But this way I've left them a little present. Should they choose to return? I'm just gonna check. I don't think this works this way, but I go contacts. No? Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, I want to do this, which is retrieve the scanner from the anomaly in the southwest corner of the swamps, which would be down here somewhere. Southern Farmstead, southwest. Well, southwest would be here, right? Let's try and do that. See if there's a thing I can retrieve. And then who knows, maybe when we come back there's going to be something there. What? I don't know, but something. Although I get the feeling that searching for this little tracker device is also going to take an embarrassingly long amount of time, because I have no idea where it is. Sorry. The scanner is located in the Arch Anomaly, just northwest of the Clear Sky base. Excuse me. Northwest. We'll see if we can find that anomaly, and then, I mean, at least if we find the anomaly, we'll know we're on the right track, but yeah. Is it this? Nope, that is Thunderclap. I'm looking for the Arch something anomaly. I really thought it would be that, because this kind of makes sense location-wise, I guess. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't been nearly as successful as I thought. We've ran into some rather awkward issues. Possibly partially caused by me, partially by the game, where we're both sort of privy to the responsibility, I suppose, but yeah, whatever it been here before, didn't I've been here before. There's another meat chunk. Okay. Going to be very resistant to bullets once all of this is over. Yeah, can't see much though. I mean, I've made it to the church. Reckon there might be enemies here, so I've got to be careful, but seems like mostly ecologist. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for your attention. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video. And stay tuned with the rest of the series and the rest of the content that I produce on the channel. We're going to try and find that anomaly next time, and maybe go back to the army base and try and clear it out a second time, now that we've gone far enough away from it to where, you know. Ouch. As I was saying, now that we've gone far enough away from it to the point where the army guys might return and, you know, maybe we get to actually do our quest. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.